Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Pooja, your own physiology faculty at Cerebellum. And today I'm having Dr. Vidhi with me, who cracked the exam of FMGE 2025 in the very first attempt. So, heartiest congratulations and very warm welcome, Dr. Vidhi.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
So, Vidhi, you got an amazing score of 181. So, how are you feeling, first of all, when you saw the result? Since then, how are you feeling? Tell me.
It was actually wonderful, ma'am, because the feeling of cracking this exam in a very first attempt is memorable and it's just really, I mean, it's not expressible. How to express it.
So,
So,
beyond words, right? Beyond words.
yeah, it's just beyond words.
So tell me, first of all, when the result came, where were you? With your family or friends, and how they reacted when you told them?
Actually, that's a bit crazy. When the results were out, I was in a wedding with my
Mhm.
parents and family. Everybody was there, like the relatives were also there. So my phone was generally on silent, but on that day, I just don't know what happened, and it just was not on silent mode. And there were notifications popping up, and I never used to check those. But on that day, I just suddenly checked, like, what are those messages popping up so often, like. So then I got to know that the results are out, and in our group, I checked, like, there were people messaging that they were passed, they were fail and stuff. So I was a bit nervous and anxious that, like, what's gonna be it. So I we were sitting for dinner, like, in the village, in the wedding. So initially, I just checked the PDF and then I searched, and I couldn't believe it. Like, there was a pass score, and then I was not believing it, to be honest. But then I called my brother and I asked him. I sent him the PDF to cross check, like, if it's the one or not. So then that's what happened. And my mom was sitting, my auntie was sitting. So before I started crying, they started crying, and then they just left the food. They didn't complete the dinner also. And then I rushed to my father and my uncle, and I told them that this is what happened. The results are out, and I got passed. So they were like, "Did you all eat or not completely?" So they were like, I told them that no, they just left the food and they were not able to eat and digest. So then they said, like, this is a moment of happiness, so you should eat more. So that's what happened actually.
So such a emotional and such a nice, such a sweet memory that you are having.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. So tell me, from where you have done your MBBS and how you started preparing, especially for FMG. Did you started after coming to India, or you were studying in your university also?
Okay, so firstly, I did my MBBS graduation from Philippines, from Gulias College of Medicine,
Mhm.
and we had like 4 years and then plus 1 year for the internship. I didn't focus more of towards the FMG initially. We were most focused towards the university exams throughout the year. And after the completion of our 4th year, we directly had to start with our internship in the hospitals. So we didn't get much of a time to study the theories. But we had 30 hours and 12 hours duties in the hospitals. So those were a beneficial factor on that part during the internship days that we have got the hand-on practices. But to be honest, I started my FMG preparation after the internship, after coming back to India, which started with our cerebellum plan from August. So that's when I started with the preparation.
All right. So you attended all the mission classes, all
Yeah.
90?
So about that, initially, like, I missed the first subject of Dr. Govind, and then I started with the second subject. And then when the break days were there, and with physiology, I integrated that with pharma along, which was left behind. And for me, like, I preferred live lectures more in the initial parts. No, in the initial parts, actually, I was not comfortable with the live lectures, but then I watched recorded ones. But after like a couple of days, I got used to with the pace, and then I just got to know that it's all about live lectures. The recorded lectures were not, for me, it was not that much convenient because it used to take much more time than the live lectures. So a bit less time for the revision when I went for the recorded ones. So with the live lectures, it was good enough that we completed a few subjects by 10 or 11, and then few went around 12. So the revision part was like in the morning or after the lectures were done. So that was very helpful with that.
All right. So you have attended the mission classes with that. Do you used to do some PYQs or let's say Q bank question or any question for that matter? Used to
Yeah.
do some late
So
also.
yes, yes. Actually, what happened is the plan that we had for Cerebellum was really like, of course, the great mentors, the legends, they had prepared the schedule. So for that, it was like we started with the live lectures, and हमें पता था कि this is very to the point. And for us, like who started the FMG preparations, like after the universities, uh, समझ नहीं आता लाइक कि कौन सा पार्ट करे कौन सा पार्ट नहीं करे व्हाट टू स्किप व्हाट टू डू व्हाट टू नॉट डू so that is where it was very helpful. And after the lectures, the late night PYQs, so that was in the lab one, we had subjects, and वही subjects के MCQs PY late night PYQs थे. So we know कि yeah, this concepts are clear, this concepts are not clear, so we knew कि हाँ हमें कहाँ concept strong करना है कहाँ नहीं करना है. So it was like a boost on the confidence कि okay yeah, अभी कुछ तो आता है, कुछ तो किया है, कुछ समझ आ रहा है. So yeah, we are going on a pace, we are in the race.
ऑलराइट. सो कभी ऐसा लगा है कि यार अब नहीं हो रहा है या फिर अभी नहीं करते या मार्क्स बहुत कम आए, आगे से क्या होगा? डिड यू फील एवर फेल्ट दैट लाइक व्हेन यू
हाँ, एक्चुअली ड्यूरिंग द ईएनडीज एंड ऑल लाइक ऐसा होता था कि हाँ नहीं इतना मजा नहीं आ रहा है. पता नहीं इफ वी आर गोना मेक इट और वी आर नॉट गोना मेक इट थ्रू इट बिकॉज 50-60 पर इनिशियली इट वाज 50%, देन इट वेंट ऑन टू 60-70-80%, 85%. तो तभी ऐसा होता था कि हाँ समटाइम्स इट वाज मोटिवेटिंग, समटाइम्स इट वाज डिमोटिवेटिंग कि हो रहा है नहीं हो रहा है, करना है कंटिन्यू नहीं करना है. बट इट वाज लाइक जब भी लाइव लेक्चर्स होते थे एंड ईएनडीज होते थे एंड ईएनडीज का भी लाइव सेशंस होता था, तो इट वाज लाइक कि हाँ चलो बैठते हैं करते हैं, एटलीस्ट मन हो रहा है नहीं हो रहा है, द फैकल्टीज आर टेकिंग सो मच एफर्ट्स टू डू इट फॉर अस. तो उन लोग की तरफ से इतना एफर्ट्स है, तो व्हाई कांट वी जस्ट सिट एंड लिसन. कुछ समझ आ रहा है नहीं आ रहा है, मन कर रहा है नहीं कर रहा है, तो चलो एटलीस्ट बैठ के देख लो कि क्या हो रहा है क्या नहीं हो रहा है. तो दैट वाज आल्सो लाइक फिर लेक्चर्स में बैठने के बाद ऐसा होता था कि देयर वर मोटिवेशंस एंड देयर वर थिंग्स. तो हाँ ऐसा होता था कि हाँ कॉन्सेप्ट्स आर क्लियर. तो या दैट वाज आल्सो गुड
जैसे आपने
कि
अभी बताया दैट यू यूज्ड टू सिट बैक एंड सी, राइट? कभी ऐसा हुआ है कि यार अच्छा नहीं लग रहा था, लेट्स से ईएमडी अच्छा नहीं गया या स्कोर अच्छा नहीं आया जैसे डिजर्विंग था या फिर एक्सपेक्टेड था वैसा नहीं आया, and then you attended let's say any class or ENT discussion for that matter, and something the teacher has told in the meanwhile while teaching, or you, as you said, there were used to be some motivation talks, right? So वो hit किया हो, ऐसा कभी हुआ है?
या दैट्स व्हाट आई एम सेइंग. ऐसा बहुत बार हुआ है लाइक जब भी हम लोग एग्जाम देते थे ईएनडीज देते थे, सो इन द आफ्टरनून जनरली माय टाइम वाज लाइक आफ्टर 1, तो वो हमारा कट ऑफ वाज 4:30 फॉर द ईएनडीज. सो आफ्टर 1 और 2 आई यूज्ड टू सिट फॉर गिविंग द ईएनडीज. और उसके बाद मोटिवेशन डिमो मतलब अगर मार्क्स कम आया है, तो ऐसा होता था कि चलो डिमोटिवेट तो हो रहा है थोड़ा, मतलब समझ नहीं आ रहा है या नहीं है टाइप्स. सो देन लेक्चर था तो ऐसा लगता था कि चलो लेक्चर में बैठ जाते हैं, जो होगा देखा जाएगा करके.
Any
सो
special
इन दोस लेक्चर्स
remember any special like anyone of that incident?
हाँ, मतलब ऑलमोस्ट ऑल आवर फैकल्टीज़ वर लाइक दैट कि सब इतना ईएनडीज़ में ऐसा होता था कि जो मार्क्स आया ना, उससे 10-15% दे यूज्ड टू बी लाइक मोर. अब नाउ इफ आई एम गेटिंग 60-70%, दे यूज्ड टू बी लाइक चलो 80-85% तो आना चाहिए था. और उसके बेसिस पे यूज्ड टू लाइक कि नहीं, ये है, दीज़ आर द लेजेंड्स, दे आर सेइंग दिस थिंग्स. तो नहीं, उस पे थोड़ा-सा ये करना ज़्यादा है. इफ दे आर पुशिंग देमसेल्व्स फॉर अस, तो हमें इतना, हम क्यों नहीं पुश कर रहे खुद को. सो दैट्स वेयर कि हाँ चलो धक्का मार रहे हैं, पुश हो, करो, एफर्ट्स दो. तो वैसे सब कुछ होता था.
So there are so many students, let's say your juniors are watching you. Any advice you want to give them?
Yeah, so actually it's like कि we started late after the internship and all. तो जितना जल्दी हो सकता है उतना जल्दी प्रिपरेशन करो because FMGs का levels have been more high. So it's almost like going crazy year by year. So it's not that easy now, and all conceptual है, integrated है. So जितना जल्दी हो सकता है उतना जल्दी preparation करो. Plus, if you are choosing certain this thing, what do you call this? Certain path. तो वहीं पर फोकस करो. यू डोंट गो ऑन जम्बलिंग एवरीथिंग फ्रॉम एवरीवेयर कि हाँ चलो
Only
ये
reply
पीडीएफ
this.
वो पीडीएफ, या ये पीडीएफ वो पीडीएफ, यहाँ से हर जगह से कुछ कुछ मिल रहा है. सो कीप ऑन गैदरिंग दैट. एज आवर फैकल्टी से आल्सो कि जितना है उतना, if you are able to resist, you will make it. If you are trying to take all of it, you won't be able to resist anything. So जितना है, कंसाइज्ड है, ट्रस्ट देम, ट्रस्ट द सोर्स, बिलीव, ट्रस्ट, जैसा अपना मोटो था, उतना करो, आराम से you'll be able to go through it.
ऑलराइट, सो फोमो नहीं रखना है, जितना कंटेंट है उतना पढ़ो, उतने
But
में से कुछ गलती नहीं होनी चाहिए, उतना रिटेन करना है हमें, एंड वी हैव टू जस्ट मूव ऑन,
yes,
राइट?
I'm sure.
So
Yes,
thank you
ma'am.
very much, Dr. Vidhi, for coming over here and giving your, time over here and giving some advices, right? And sharing a wonderful story, wonderful moments with us, right?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
heartiest congratulations to you and your family.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
And we will definitely would like to see you in the NEET PG classes, INICET classes, right? And we
Oh,
want the same news that yes, ma'am, we have done that again, right? In the
yes,
very first attempt, we got our dream matches. I want that from you.
yes, ma'am, definitely. That's a must now.
All right. So enjoy. This is your moment. Enjoy to the fullest. And
Thank,
see you. Bye bye.
thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Welcome. Bye.